come to the most amazing place in the galaxy, Kids Planet! I'm Nova, and I'm here to take you on a super fun adventure through the universe. Along the way, we'll learn all about the world around us, so we can grow up to be big kids with good values who make smart choices. Even though it may be filled with challenges, scary jumps, and surprises behind every corner, I know we can make it if we try our best and stay positive. Ready? Let's go! Whee! Sometimes the most exciting adventures in life are from trying and achieving things that are very important to us. These adventures can be pretty tricky from time to time. Just when you think it's a mountain of do, it feels like a mountain of don'ts, and it makes you feel like you just want to quit. That's where determination comes in. It's the thing that keeps us going even when we want to stop and go home. Determination means to keep trying, to keep pursuing your dream, even when things are really hard. Another word for determination is... Let's ask Curious, my trusty search engine. Curious, what are other words that mean determination? Ah, yes! Strength of character, willpower. My mom says I have amazing willpower when it comes to doing my homework. We use our willpower and determination for all sorts of things. If we want to be good at something. I would like to be a space unicorn ninja. My mom says I need to be realistic. Maybe that's the first step. Setting realistic goals about what you want to do. But then what? How does determination magically turn into success? I think no matter what we do, we always have to practice or learn to be our very best. No skill or dream is easy. They all take hard work. There are people all throughout history who have done amazing things in very difficult situations. These people had great strength of character. There are times in life when we must do things that we might be afraid of. My brother Neutron knocked into a bee's nest once. There were bees everywhere. I still went in and grabbed him because that was the right thing to do. Can you think of a time when you did something you were afraid to do, but you did it anyway because it was the right thing? I bet you can. It can't always be easy. I know there are plenty of times when I'm working on getting better at something and just want to quit. There are always those times you see things as being impossible, right? Kind of like when you have to clean your room and can't even see the floor because it's so messy. Then it feels impossible. What can we do when we feel like that? Curious says that's where willpower comes in. We have to have it within us to keep going. And guess what? We can do it! Like if you're hiking and it suddenly feels like you're so far away from the top of the mountain and you wonder if you can even make it. Well, instead of giving up, listen to that little voice inside of you that says, keep going. If it's something you really want or something that really matters, you'll find a way to do it with that little voice like the little engine that could, that said, I think I can, I think I can. When we come back, we'll meet some very special people from around the world who really knew what determination means. But before we do that, it's time for our Nova quiz. Here we go. In what country are you likely to see a child acrobat? A. Zimbabwe. B. Sweden. C. China. D. Germany. See if you can think of the answer You probably have lots of ideas. We'll be right back with more Kids Planet! Kids Planet! Welcome back! Ready to have some more fun? Me too! Let's find out the answer to our Nova quiz. In what country are you likely to see a child acrobat? A. Zimbabwe. B. Sweden. C. China. D. Germany. It's the land of silk, the birthplace of fireworks and the compass. If you guessed China, you are right. Often starting at the age of 4, some Chinese acrobats will go away to a school designed just to teach them gymnastics and riding a 12-foot-high unicycle with pots on their heads. What? It's true! Can you do that? I sure can't, but it looks fun. Sometimes they exercise and practice more than 14 hours a day, working on their acrobatic training. They often have sore muscles and are probably homesick sometimes too, and yet they keep going. Many of these gymnasts train with their sights set on taking part in the Olympics. It would be an honor to be included, and it would take a lot of strength and determination. Curious, what are some more examples of people who show great determination? Dancers? Those are a lot like gymnasts, right? I know that ballet takes lots of perseverance. I'm a ballerina myself. These children are practicing and working really hard with dreams of becoming dancers at the famous Bolshoi Ballet in Moscow, Russia. That not only takes determination, but you have to really know if you're physically able to do it, since it takes a certain body type and lots of endurance. Endurance means that you can keep going. Ballerinas have to dance on their toes, and that can be, ouch! Can you imagine how much your feet would hurt? But they have great perseverance. Can you say that with me? Perseverance. Yes, perseverance goes hand in hand with determination. It means you work through the pain and keep going. You never give up. But does determination mean that we should never make mistakes or lose or fail? It always looks like these beautiful dancers are perfect. I think Curious is trying to tell us something. Who? Oh, the author of the Harry Potter books, J.K. Rowling, never failed. She's got hundreds of books, movies. You see, she had so many challenges in getting her books published that she almost couldn't pay for a place to live? Wow, I never would have guessed that. But it's true. Curious says that before her Harry Potter books were published, so that we could all read them, J.K. Rowling was nearly homeless. She had no money, but she kept going. She used incredible determination and amazing perseverance. She stayed focused and determined, and she never gave up. What an amazing example! Mickey Mouse? Curious, it isn't possible. Walt Disney! Oh, I get it now. Curious says that the man who created Mickey Mouse and so many other incredible characters and stories was told he had no imagination and no good ideas when he first started out. The man who imagined Mickey Mouse had no imagination? It just goes to show you that you should never let failures or what other people think stop you from achieving your dreams. Sometimes it's just a little time that you need to get things right. These are all really fascinating people from across the globe. But I bet you all know some people in your own neighborhoods who could really be great examples. Can you think of someone you know? Curious, what kinds of people from our neighborhood have a lot of determination, a lot of perseverance, a lot of willpower? I know. Let's do a planet list. Police officers, teachers, doctors, nurses, writers, pilots, painters, our parents? I guess when I think about it, that's true. They never stop working to make sure we're safe, educated, taken care of, and loved. That must take a lot of perseverance and determination, especially when we don't always make it easy for them. Are there some kids in your neighborhood who do great things? I bet I know one of those kids. You! Maybe against the odds, you scored a big hit. Or maybe you've been working on a big project and you got it done. And it looked great. Or maybe you worked very hard for something that you really wanted to achieve, and even though it wasn't easy, you kept going. Do we do this sort of thing every day, though? These stories seem very exciting, but determination can be small things that we do every day, too. Let's think of some times when we use it every day. Oh, yeah. My parents tell me that my brother Neutron couldn't tie his shoes when he was younger, and every day it was a struggle and he usually just left them untied. Oh, Neutron. But soon he stopped giving up. He tried and practiced. He was determined and he didn't quit. And guess what? He did it! Neutron showed some great willpower. Curious says, how about cleaning our room? Now who's asking the questions? He's gotten so good he can read my mind. Yeah, okay, cleaning our room. What a disaster. I often look at it and just shake my head. It's awful. But because my mom can't imagine, or doesn't want to, what it might look like if I never cleaned it, I persevere. That means I keep trying. I want to respect my mom and show her that I care. So I keep working on it until it's clean. But what if we never persevered? What if there were no determination in the world? What would that look like? Curious? Dull and lifeless. It would not be pretty. I think it's our world duty to always persevere and make determination a daily goal. Some great people have changed the world with their perseverance, and we can too. When we come back, we'll talk about what determination looks like. Where does it come from? Determiny? Haha, that's a little play on words. Get it? See? Germany is a country, and I mixed it with the word determination to get determiny. Hee hee. That's a little interplanetary play on words. It's where we take words and mix them together. Anyway, before we go, how about another Nova quiz? Here it is. Where does determination come from? A. Determiny. B. South Pacific. C. Germany. D. Inside of you. See if you can think of the answer. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Kids Planet. We're back. Let's continue our incredible adventure on Kids Planet. Time to find out the answer to our Nova quiz. Remember the question? Where does determination come from? A. Determiny. B. South Pacific. C. Germany. D. Inside of you. Was it determiny? Haha, nope. But I would love to live there. The South Pacific? No, but there are some fabulous Polynesian dances you should learn. Germany? Nope again. Determination comes from inside of you. It takes something called self-motivation. Self-motivation is the ability to do what needs to be done without the help or motivation of others. So without having anyone tell me to do it, it has to come from within me. What else, Curious? Is there more? Leadership. Self-awareness. Whoa. Wait, Curious. We probably should take these one at a time. Leadership? Okay, I get leadership. You have to be able to take a lead role, to lead others. But what about self-awareness? What does that mean? Self-awareness means knowing what your abilities and weaknesses are. So these would be the building blocks of determination. I think one is missing, though. Don't you think? What about conviction? You have to have a strong belief to do what you're doing if you're going to have drive and then lead others and find it within you to have motivation to keep going. There has to be belief. Maybe that goes along with self-awareness. You must know yourself to be determined, to have the will to do great things. I think that's what all the great people have in common. They all believed in something greater than themselves, like the world around them, or people, or animals, or big ideas. Nelson Mandela was a great man in Africa. He believed that in his country, the people should all be treated fairly. He believed so much in what he was doing that he stayed focused on his ideas, even though some people became angry about them. He was such an honest and determined man that eventually he did help make things fair and even became president of South Africa. Wow! Huge things can be done when we truly put our minds to something. Have you heard about Jane Goodall? She traveled to Tanzania when she was only 26 to work with and learn about chimpanzees. She's much older now, but still travels the world teaching all of us about how important it is to protect these wild things and planet Earth. Nelson Mandela and Jane Goodall believed in great things, and that's what made them special. But how do we know what we believe in, Curious? Evidence. Like I believe that my dog ate my cookie because I found crumbs in her bed. It means you found something to be true because of the evidence or proof. Tradition. Tradition means you get ideas from how you were raised. I know this because my mom says that it's a tradition in our family to race around the moon on our birthdays. A tradition is something people do regularly that comes from their childhood, their neighborhood, or culture. Authority. Gosh, thanks, Curious. You have great answers. Is that like when you're told something is wrong and not allowed to do it? Authority refers to when certain people are in control, like our parents, teachers, and the police, so our belief might be swayed by rules and laws. Association? Huh? A group of people having common interests. I get it. Our beliefs may be partially formed by the company we keep, like our teammates or friends. But there's more, isn't there, Curious? Discovery, learning. Okay, I understand. The more you know, the more you grow. It takes a lot to have determination, doesn't it? First, you have to discover what your beliefs are, or what your dreams are. And then you have to have the self-motivation to go after them. Let's make a planet list of all the important parts of determination. Ready? 1. Having a belief in something. It could be belief in a cause or for a person, or even in ourselves. 2. Motivation. We have to have that little inner voice telling us to go get it. 3. Self-awareness. Self-awareness lets us know whether or not we're ready to conquer a task. Maybe we're ready, or maybe we need more practice or experience. 4. Willpower. That feeling that we have to continue. We can't give up, even if we're tired and don't feel like finishing our homework because we've been doing so many other things, even when the homework is long and hard and, oh, haha, sorry. 5. Bravery. That extra little thing that makes us go on even when we're too afraid. Like me, when I got my brother Neutron away from that bee's nest. Remember? That's a great list. And remember, determination is in all of us. We had fun, and we learned a lot. We learned that determination means many things. It means willpower, strength of character, and perseverance. We also learned that determination is what makes great people really great. People like Chinese acrobats who train for years every day of their lives so they can be the best gymnasts in the world. Before we end today's mission, we have to make a quick stop for our interplanet trivia. And we're going to need some help. Why don't we call Galaxy, Neutron, and Ant Orbit? Yay, you're all here! We learned a ton about determination today. We learned that determination is the thing that keeps us going, even when we want to stop and go home. It's the little voice inside our heads that tells us to keep trying. All right, now that we've reviewed what determination is, let's test our knowledge. Do you think you can figure out which of our 3 friends is showing determination? Is it Galaxy? She's trying to learn how to play the piano. She's never played before, but she's practicing every day to get better. Or could it be Neutron? He's taking a nap after a long day of playing outside. He's really tired from running so much. Or is it Ant Orbit? She's spending the day at a spa after a long week. She works really hard, so I think she deserves it. Do you think you can figure it out? Think carefully. Who is practicing determination? Ant Orbit is taking some time to relax after working all week long. Taking time to rest is very important. Our bodies need time to calm down from our busy lives. But this is not an example of showing determination. Could it be Neutron? I don't think so, because Neutron, just like Ant Orbit, is resting after a long day of playing. So he isn't showing determination either. This can only mean one thing. It must be Galaxy. Galaxy really wants to learn how to play the piano and is doing her part by practicing every day to get better. She's showing that she's determined to learn how to play this musical instrument. Way to go, Galaxy! And way to go, guys! That was a little tough, but you did it! Remember, determination happens when we continue pursuing our dreams, even when things are really hard. Like when we learn to play an instrument like Galaxy, or when we study really hard to get a good grade. Continuing to work hard shows determination. You guys did great! Now, it's time to say goodbye. But don't be sad, because we'll see each other again soon. Right here, the best place in outer space. Kids Planet! See you next time!